Down jackets, what to look for, what to consider, different price points and things to take in mind when you purchase a down jacket. Hope you like the video. Please like, subscribe and comment below. Why are down jackets so good? Well, to start with, they're extremely lightweight for the warmth, so the weight to warmth ratio on a down jacket is unrivaled. They're also harnessed by some fantastic technologies now, which have come a long way in recent years, like hydrophobic down, coated down, reflect technology on the baffles and various other unique technologies from different brands. Why do I like a down jacket? Well, I like a down jacket because they're super comfortable, they're super warm and they pack down to absolutely nothing. So when you're looking for a down jacket, the things you need to consider, the main thing is the fill power. So the fill power is the quality of the down and not the quantity of the down. So the higher the fill power, the higher the quality, depending on how much grams of each fill is actually in the product itself. To choose the down jacket, so how do I choose my down jacket? Well, for starters, I look at the fit of the jacket. How does the jacket fit me? It needs to be nice and taut all the way down, but you don't want it to be uncomfortable. You need it to be fitted but not too tight, to make sure around the arms you haven't got too much baggy material or baggy space, haven't got too much baggy space down the side, but also make sure you can move around and you can flex your arms in the jacket, and that's going to create a warmth barrier, because how a down jacket works is it traps the layer of air between you and the jacket, and that's what keeps you warm. So the more baggy space you've got, the more air your jacket's got to warm up to keep you warm. So that's probably one of the most important things and the most underlooked things on a down jacket. Secondly, I look for the quality of the product, so the quality of the down and the actual quantity of the down. So as mentioned previously, the quality of the down is done in fill power. So this particular jacket is a Rub Electron and it has an 800 fill power goose down. How do I know it's goose down? Because everything above 700 fill power is goose down, everything below 700 is duck down. So why use goose down and why is it better? Well, goose down is you can use less of the material to create the same amount of warmth, meaning that down jacket's going to be lighter and it's going to be warmer, but it is going to be more expensive. Where duck down, you can use more of it to give you warmth, but it is going to be slightly cheaper and it's going to be slightly heavier, which means it's going to be slightly less packable for the same amount of warmth. Also to look for is how much quantity of down is in the product. So the down underneath the feathers, and it's not the feathers. So some jackets will be 60% down, 40% feather. This particular jacket is 90% down, 10% feather. And that's good because you're paying for more of the quality of the down rather than the actual brand name itself. So North Face tend to use around 60% down and 40% feather, where Rab tend to use 90% down, 10% feather. And they really do make some of the best jackets on the market. I absolutely love my Rab jacket and it's super comfy. But how else do I choose it? Well, again, I do look at the brand, I look at the quality, the reviews of the product. I also look at any gear I've actually had from the brand previously. So I've got a few Rab jackets and that's why I chose the Rub Electron. Also on this jacket as well, you want to look for special features that are not essential, but they make the jacket much more basic in outdoor conditions. So my favourite is going to be the fleece line chin. It makes it super comfortable and super nice when you're actually wearing the product. It means you can wear it all day in absolute comfort. You've also got the points down here where you can cinch the jacket tighter towards your body, meaning you're going to lose less heat out the bottom of the jacket. That's going to mean the jacket is going to keep you much warmer as well. Also look at features like the hood. So some down jackets will have a helmet compatible hood, which means when you're climbing you can actually use the jacket when climbing and it's going to stay nice and tightly onto the actual climbing helmet itself. The things to note on a down jacket, well, where do we start? Well, with a down jacket, there's things to note. The main thing is bear in mind that most of these jackets are not waterproof and they're not windproof. The reason being is there's too many stitch holes. So every single baffle you've got on the product tends to be stitched, apart from one jacket that Rab do, which obviously uses infinity weave technology, but that's a video for another day. So with these jackets, and any brand as well, most of them tend to be water repellent, which means they're coated. So the down itself is called something hydrophobic down, and that means that it's treated in a product to repel water. It also means that the product itself, inside in the jacket, so the down itself is actually treated in a substance, which means it can actually still handle some of the warmth when it gets wet. So when a down jacket gets wet, it loses most of its warmth. However, when it's treated, it can retain 23% of its warmth. So it's still not ideal, but it's better than nothing. And it also means when it gets wet, that it shouldn't ruin the product. So try not to get your down jacket wet. However, if you do, if it's hydrophobically treated, you shouldn't have any issues when it dries out. Also, on a down jacket, if you are a novice and you do want some basic instructions on how to choose a jacket, just remember this rule: the bigger the baffles, the warmer the jacket, depending on the feel power. And that's going to give you a really easy and really quick guide to finding your perfect down jacket. So how durable are down jackets? And again, that depends down to the price point you're prepared to pay on the jacket. So if you get products from Decathlon or another cheaper brand that's sort of just manufactured the product out of China, they're going to do the job and they're going to be functional, but they're not going to be as warm, and most of all, they're not going to be as durable. So for a start, the fit isn't as good, but also it means that the actual denier of fabric, which is basically how tightly woven the materials in the fabric actually are, they're not going to be as high, meaning if you do catch the jacket, it does tend to rip and it does tend to scuff really easily. Where if you purchase high-end brands like Mountain Equipment and Rab, they tend to have a rip stop built into the product, meaning if you rip the jacket, it tends to be contained in one specific area. That means you can repair it with a repair patch and it's not going to ruin your jacket. However, also look at some brands, as they offer fantastic warranties. So Rab will actually repair the jacket for you when you send it away for a fixed cost, and they'll also wash the jacket. So for £40 you can send the jacket away and they'll wash it and they'll send it back to you. And if you had any down jackets before, you know how tricky they can be to wash, because you have to reloft the jacket as well. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment below.